What's going on, people? Welcome to another watch along. I'm Diyar, joined by Hambo here. I'm watching the game in my kitchen. Hambo's in his living room. And yeah, today we're going to be watching the game. And there's been lots of changes to the lineup. So let's quickly talk about that, Hambo. PVA, he's playing left mid, left wing. Mitchell's back in the lineup. JP is making his debut. Is Eze playing behind him? What do you make of the lineup? At first, I thought it was a 4-2-3-1. But now I'm not slightly too sure. I think it might be a 4-4-2. But, lots of changes there. And expected, I guess, with Will Fout.
Well, you say expected. It literally is like Roy listened to the podcast we did in the week and decided to make me, Terence and Sam look as stupid as possible. So, I'm not entirely sure I expected what I've seen. But it's definitely interesting. The idea of PVA playing on the left wing has been suggested by fans a few times. It's not something I'm a fan of, but it's definitely where he's playing. Whether it's in a 4-2-3-1, I'm not so sure. It feels to me like a 4-4-2. That worked well against Leeds last time. IU up top with JP. And here PVA operating as a winger with Eze on the right-hand side, perhaps. But we'll see when we line up, because it could easily be a 4-2-3-1 as well. But I love to see a bit of creativity from Roy. The only slight sour point is really why can we only name 6 subs? You can, It just feels odd to me. But other than that, everything's quite interesting, which means we're almost certainly going to lose. Okay,
so record without Wilf in the Premier League. Sky Sports just showing it. In 18 games, guess how many wins have we got? Well, of course, you're going to be having a drink, so let me just say it. You just ruined it. But in 18 games, we've got 2 wins.
Can't believe you're having a sulk already.
No, in 18 games, we've got 2 wins. And it's going to be a massive loss. But what do you think of PVA out wide? I personally, hopefully he proves me wrong, but I don't think he's a winger. I think he might be good with the overlaps, but, I don't know him starting out there. I like him coming in from behind. But, overall, there was that PVA decision. And also, talking about Eze, where do you think him playing behind the striker is the best role?
I do, but if you think back to when he started there, he did struggle to get into the game, didn't he, for that first 45 minutes? So I can kind of see why we haven't persevered with that to a point. But I think play him there regularly, and he will do well. But I don't know. You just think with PVA, he's going to do less damage as a winger, isn't he? That's what I'm thinking. He's far less likely to cause problems there. So it's an experiment worthwhile. I think people like Townsend, who don't get to start, will look and think, why is a guy who isn't a winger, who's been okay at left back for the last 2 games, but basically hasn't done particularly well there, why is he starting over me? And similarly, I'm sure Eze would rather play centrally, and maybe he will. Maybe we'll see that today. But I like the fact that we're struggling to think exactly how it's going to work, because that means the opposition might actually be struggling to think about how it's going to work.
Yeah, and this time around, talking about opposition, they got Calvin Phillips, which they didn't have last time around, and now we haven't got Wilf, both key players for both squads, so it's going to balance it out in the outcome. But if you're watching this on Facebook and Twitter, head over to our YouTube channel for the live watch along, and we'll get some of your comments in so far. Thank you to everyone joining us. So lots of people talking about PVA. He has less defensive responsibility. That's what Palace fan says. Luke says he still needs to track back. I agree. He still does need to track back and help Mitchell, but I feel like it would have been absolute chaos. PVA going 1-on-1 against Rafinha, because that guy is on form and would have just ate him up alive. Ben says the lack of subs is due to the bubble thing, so under 23s can't join in. And I think Roy spoke about this as well. I'm not too sure if it's really an under 23 thing or it's just what Roy said. And he said how there's no point bringing players up to away games or even at home games when I know they're not going to play. What did you make of those comments in a pre-match conference?
Yeah, I did like him, but then this just is a matter of opinion. I understand what he's saying, and I wondered if it was a bubble thing, but we know it isn't. It's a conscious choice, because you can plan ahead. You can, as Roy said, you can do the testing. It's fine. You can bring young players in. Loads of other clubs are doing it all the time, so it's not a bubble issue. The issue is that Roy doesn't see any value in making players who aren't going to play travel just to be on the bench. Whereas I don't agree with that. I understand. I can understand. It's like, okay, if you're dragging players who aren't really, who could be doing something better, I guess, dragging them all over the country to never play them, fine. But throwing a few kids on the bench, give them the experience of travelling with the team. Get even sitting there, in Ellen Road. And what if you get 3 injuries to the same position? It could happen. And what if your best option is to throw a kid in there? It just says it says the wrong thing, doesn't it? It says if in Roy's mind he'd rather play a senior player massively out of position than play a kid whose position it actually is, and that will always be uncomfortable if that's if you're a person like me who values the youth setup at Palace.
Yeah, well, if you're watching on Facebook and Twitter, head over to our YouTube channel, as I've said. Quick questions just about my location. I'm in the kitchen today, and I told Hambo this before as well. The whole watch-along concept doesn't make any sense, so I need to go with the flow. It doesn't make any sense that we're doing this watch-along, and it doesn't make sense that I'm watching Palace in the kitchen. So, hopefully it gives us good luck because, the whole thing right here.
What's behind you? I'm just trying to see. Is there an appliance behind you? Microwave?
Yeah, there's a microwave. This microwave is probably older than me. It's a Panasonic. I don't know if they do microwaves nowadays.
Well, there you go, mate. It's
yes. And then there's bit meds there. I've got my plugs here. How's my connection sounding?
It sounds beautiful. There's no jumping around. You're not weirdly freezing. It's it's good stuff. But you did say no Calvin Phillips, right? Because I swear he just popped up on my screen.
No. I said last game around when we faced him, Phillips wasn't there. And we were talking about the midfield saying, what on earth is going on? These lot are just open like certain people in Amsterdam. Yeah. But when you're looking at this lineup, we haven't got Wilf. We haven't got Wilf in this lineup. So it kind of balances out, doesn't it? Like, in a way, both key players are out. They didn't have their key player last game.
So you're saying that we're going to lose 4-1 this time?
Jeez, I don't think we're that bad to lose 4-1. I mean, Wilf is a massive miss, and I told you this at the start of the watch along that we've only won 2 games without him in the lineup since 2017. But I feel like we can still get something out of the game. But would you be disappointed if everyone would be disappointed if we was to lose because we want our team to win. But would you be, I guess, angry if it was to lose against the Leeds sides, considering that Wilf isn't really there?
It depends how, really, because I'm already at a place where I'm really happy with what we're trying to do today. It looks very much like the 4-4-2 we were talking about. Eze started right, PVA started left with Ayew and Mateta up top. Have you kicked off yet, Diyar, where you are?
Yeah, we're going to have to sync up.
All right. I'm going to need to try and find my remote, just like they do on the real team.
All right. And whilst you're finding the remote, if you're on Facebook, YouTube, we're only live on if you're on Facebook and Twitter, we're only live on YouTube, so head over there. Whilst Hambo's trying to find his remote. And let's have your score prediction, guys. Let us know in the comments down below. Hambo, what's your score prediction before we sync up?
Well, I went 2-0 Leeds on the preview, but now I've seen the lineup, I'm going to say 2-0 Leeds.
2-1. I was about to say 2-1 Palace. That was a lie. 2-1 Leeds it is for me. But come on, prove us wrong. PV starting. Look, I'm looking at him right now. He's more further up the pitch.
I'm pausing on a minute, Diyar. I've paused on a minute. Tell me when you get to a minute.
All right, cool. I'll let you know when I'm there. PV starting on the left. Seems like a 4-4-2 formation. Let's see what JP can do. Even though I've said in the past, let's not, if he has a bad performance, just remember who has really been a success up top with Roy as manager. But I was very surprised that he's starting. I thought that Roy has Benteke, Jordan Ayew. He'll just go, and Batshuayi, he'll just go with the ones that's been there already. But he's proving me wrong, and I think you as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I wonder how much of it is down to fitness, sharpness, that kind of stuff. We've had quite a while to prepare for this game. Don't know what happened in training, but I like it. I really do, Diyar. You want a minute yet?
Oh yeah. Get ready now.
Sorted.
All right.
We are synced.
At minute, if you guys want to sync up as well. Minute 7, 8, 9. I'm not going to count 10 forever, but yeah, we're on minute 10. So Darren says 2-1 Leeds. Christine says 3-2. 3-2 who? Leeds, Palace? I'll take a 3-2 result. I'll take a 3-2 win. Arteta hasn't been sacked. They're just trying to troll me, D1. He hasn't been sacked. But yeah, let us know. What do you say about the score prediction number? I didn't catch it. Maybe you...
I said 2-0 Leeds. I was being silly because I was saying I thought it'd be 2-0 before I saw the lineup. Now I'm saying 2-0. Just a bit of humour, Diyar.
No, I actually forgot.
Go on, JP. For PVA. Go on.
Oi. No foul?
No. But it's good. He's obviously early look at JP. I didn't see like an explosion of pace there, but he's a big lad and a bit about him physically.
It was literally his first sprint as a Palace.
I just expected him to have a proper sprint at it. I really did, But he's just working it back up the field now.
They're just passing about. We just have to watch for Rafinha, honestly. That guy, he's been on form recently. I'll tell you that. Down at Luke Ayling. Go on, PVA. Nice.
PVA back, done well. Mitchell's got to get that clear. Come on. It's not
nice.
the best touch, is it? Back to Leeds.
Oh
no. No. Oh, for Christ's sake.
Already? Again? Oh, my days. Are you joking? They scored again. Why can't we defend for the first 5 minutes of every fucking game? Oh my. 1-0 Leeds. Jeez, man. Come on.
So that was, I'm just looking at it now. So it's a little bit of a heavy touch from Mateta. Just picked up by, I can't remember that. Is it Click? And then Harrison is deflected off of Cahill, thrown himself at the ball. Didn't quite get there. Just have another look at this again. Yeah, into Harrison. Takes a shot across Cahill.
Yeah,
I mean, look, it is unlucky. It's Dallas who plays the ball into Harrison, and look, Cahill's got to get across there. You've got to try and block the shot, and it just, in a way, that's unlucky. Can't get too unhappy about it because we didn't do anything dramatically wrong, but other than not picking the players up in the first place. But we do, we like to leave space, don't we?
I'll just say this: they ain't no Newcastle, Hambo.
No.
Even Newcastle in the second half, they dominated us. And they're going forward once again. Oh, geez, Mitchell, lovely. Come on.
But you go back to when we beat them last time. Jeez, if you think about how different that game might have been had that goal for Bamford not been chalked off. We got a bit of luck in that game. We're going to need a bit of luck to get back in this one now because that is extremely early to concede against Leeds. The only thing we got is that they won't change what they do, will they? They'll just keep coming and coming and coming. And if we can get back into this game, the spaces will continue to be there. But really, really bad start for Palace.
What do you think it is? I mean, 2 games in a row. Is it a coincidence, or are we just a bit too slow at the get go?
Well, I think it's both. Though it's not a coincidence. It's it's going to be deliberate when teams see you concede early in a game, and we've done that a few times. But we are susceptible, at starts and ends of halves as well. Just for whatever reason, it's something in the psychology of the squad. But I mean, it wasn't terrible. You could just pick players up better than we did. We got a little bit unlucky there. I'm not going to go overboard.
Yeah, I mean, who scored? Was it actually Bamford?
No, that was Harrison. No, he's been a little weirdo in there. You might want to boot him. I mean, he might. I guess he might have scored again, but
Jeez, 1-0.
It was Harrison. Didn't Harrison miss the game? I don't know. No, maybe not. I don't know. I expected him to be better against us last time. I think that's what it was, and he didn't really do much, but he's certainly done something this time.
First goal, most goals in the first 15 minutes this season. Leeds 8, Palace 7. So we love our fast starts as well. But right now, we are. It is slow as.
Did Click actually get touched by anyone there, or has he just gone down injured? I don't think.
I'm pretty sure he got touched.
Each other.
I'm pretty sure he probably didn't.
Okay.
Town Power says, I hate Leeds. Shirley says, just made it harder for ourselves. Callum says, we come out with such lack of intent. Lethargic as F. Mark says, close plays down better. Yeah, I mean, these slow starts, it might work against Newcastle, but it's another. We're not really a team to come back from 1-0 down. We spoke about it lots of times on this channel where when we're 1-0 down, we say it's game over. We got, we done our thing against Newcastle and we did manage to come back, but in general, it is a difficult task for us.
Yeah, we're just not really set up for it, are we? But like you say, we did it in the last game. We've got no choice now but to do it again. And all of a sudden, the kind of the optimism around the lineup just seems to have evaporated, and you're just looking around and thinking, right, well, who's going to change things? There's no Wilf on the pitch, so you've got to get Eze on the ball. Where is Eze?
Where are you? Come on, George. Come
filthy.
on. Come on.
Absolutely filthy.
Geez, that was filth.
Well, if Jordan Ayew can start pulling that sort of stuff out, then maybe we have got a shout. That was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, he done lots of those last season. That's why he scored about 9 goals. So hopefully we get another. He's been, you know what, Amber? We haven't spoke about him, but he's actually been decent over the last 2 games, I'll say. And he's actually deserves to start.
Out wide. Yeah, I mean, you can't. The things you will always get with him is the really high work rate, and he's got a bit of quality on the ball as well. I think the problem has been that he's just not been a goal threat very often when he's played up top, and he is playing up top today, albeit it seems to be in a slightly more withdrawn role. He's not quite up with JP, is he? He's playing off it. Go on. There's he's going backwards, and there's straight away two are going straight towards him every time he's going to get that ball. So we got to be so mindful of that. On Gyro.
Nice.
On PVA. Back to Gyro. Oh, you need a touch there, mate.
Please. Gyro, come on.
I think that's the pass, really, don't it? I don't want to hate on PVA too much already, but he's overhit that pass. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Combination of a dodgy pass and a dodgy touch.
Another Gyro masterclass. But I mean, it took us pretty much 8 minutes to get into this game. And
yeah, exactly. We're in it now. We're a bit of possession, a bit of movement.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, well, you started it.
I just said it. You continued it. I mean,
as soon as set me up like that, honestly.
All right, look, we are in it.
Go
on, Ty. Go on, Ty. Oh, good job.
Oh, there's no one there.
Yeah, no one's there.
You got two strikers going for the same sort of middle of the goal kind of run. If one of them peels off, they get a chance there. But again, we've got back into it. We've woken up. As you say, we played the first few minutes completely asleep, 1-0 down because of it. But good signs that we're waking up a little bit, and we just got to keep that pressure on, keep looking for those gaps and those opportunities. Again, go back to it. Get Eze on the ball. Get Mateta running the channels. At the moment, he's a little bit isolated out there at the moment.
Yeah. If you haven't already done so, make sure to hit the like button. It helps out massively. And subscribe if you're new here, if you want to see future episodes. Oh, gee, Bamford. Oh, what a save.
Okay.
What a save.
Was that save or post? I think that was a save.
Oh, my. Crossing to the box from the left-hand side. Their left, all right. And then lovely ball to Bamford, and he's headed it down, but Vicente is down there once again saving us.
Yeah, let's have another look at this.
Yeah, cross it.
It's just so easy off Cahill, isn't it? Honestly,
yeah.
Come on.
I said it in my Pitch Sport lineup prediction. I think Scott Dan edged it for me today in terms of who should start. I would have started Scott Dan and Kouyaté. Surprised they're both starting again. But yeah, I don't think Cahill thinks it's a surprise anyways. He's 35, so it's normal.
You had a little bit of mic cut out there. Don't know quite what it was, but don't worry about it. I'm sure it's nothing. It could easily have been my earphones, to be honest.
Sean Eagle says we look like a pub team.
I think that was a few minutes ago, but he wasn't entirely wrong.
Right. Let me know if the mic cuts out again.
Yeah, I will do.
Whilst I'm going through the comments, whilst Leeds are just playing about. Daniel says their energy versus our energy is the most noticeable difference between the two teams. Yeah, at the start, they came out as high tempo, which they always do with every game they play. Mazzy says IU equals techers. Jack says IU can't pass 2 yards. Both comments just back to back, just total opposite. The DRPMD says Cahill is not what he was. And Jacob says, any news on Ferguson? I think Ferguson, someone said this, that he's actually, I think he's at rehab process. I think he's out at the training ground. Yeah. But I don't think he's close, though. I don't think he's close.
I mean, obviously it's by all accounts, it's a different injury than the one he joined with that's kept him out for the last few months, because he was back, with the knee injury, but he picked up something else. That's something I read the other day. I don't think he's in full contact training yet, but not a million miles away. In a way, you think no pre-season, we'll probably be lucky to see him in the team this year. But talked about very highly. But I don't necessarily think right back's the biggest issue at the moment, is it? So weirdly, centre back is.
Exactly. And no one's really talked about Ferguson as well. But I don't like this Hambo. 75% possession. I mean, it's expected, I guess, with us sitting back. Well, they are on JP. What a pass. Nice
there you
pass.
go.
Pressure. But he needs sport. He needs sport. Go on, give it to Eze.
So they've got
Leeds players there are. Nah, man. Come on, George. Come on, bro.
They had 6 players running back, and we had 3 running forward. You know, it's just, yeah.
Come on, I understand that, but Eze was there, you know. Why taking that? I mean, I guess if he gave it to Eze, what was he going to do as well? What, run past 6 Leeds players? But yeah, they're pretty much in control. They are in control of this.
Well, yeah, look, we're sitting back, letting them have the ball, and you know, we won't change that because we're a goal down. You know, the only time we'll change much about that is later in the game. You know, we'll our tactics. We'll see if we can nick something on the break, but if we don't, we'll eke it out and try and keep it 1-0 for the rest of the match up until the last sort of 10 minutes or so, won't we? That's our fairly standard way of operating. I think it's going to be difficult.
Forward. Oh, nice. Misplaced passes. We're good.
Honestly, think we're going to struggle to stop them scoring again unless we start to get a lot more of this ball, and we're not set up to do that. I have to say I'm a bit concerned.
Yeah. So Ahmed says, I think Leeds are there for the taking, not as high energy as they usually are. Yeah, I think it's
a lot higher than us, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, still a lot higher than us. Ash says, Ailing is Ray Lewington's nephew, says Sky. Interesting. And also, hopefully Ray has a speedy recovery. He's got COVID. Wish him the best and his family as well.
Yeah, I think the news on that was pretty good, that he's a lot better. But I think the only reason he hasn't rejoined the squad so far is I think his wife got ill after him.
Yeah.
And so she's on the mend as well. But still keep, as you would do, be as cautious as possible.
Roy's not happy. That's the first time I've seen Roy just start to do that. No, this ain't it. He done a head gesture there. He didn't seem like a happy man, and if Roy's not happy, then there's something clearly wrong, because he's normally always happy, even when we lose, he's happy.
I think he, he's going to be exactly the same on the touchline. That our energy levels are, our focus isn't there. We are dropping way too deep, way too quickly. The gaps between, one thing Roy doesn't like is he doesn't like too many gaps between players. If you're deep, he wants everybody back. If he doesn't want it stretched out quite so much. Now JP is not going to be used to Roy's way of playing, so he's really leading the line. He's right up there. Whereas when he's at Palace a bit longer, he'll be playing a lot deeper than that, I think. But so at the moment we're not stretching the game in the right way, and we're finding it difficult to link midfield and front players. But if we can build our way through, as we're trying to do at the moment, but you can just see it. There's two looking for Eze every single time, and that's going to be really hard. Oh yeah, well that's what you have to do against us. We don't deal with the press well at all.
I don't know. Jordan and I just slipped there. Leeds are on the counter attack. Go on, that. Lovely. Oh, geez, they got it back.
Lost it again.
Yeah,
he's a good player, Harrison. Annoys me.
Yeah, he was at New York City. That's the first time I probably knew about him. I think he went there after the Man City loan. But this is it, man. When they're pressuring us, Hambo, apart from Gyro and even Eze, because they're sent 2 players forward, I don't know who can really. I don't know if Luka can handle it, the pressure, especially when he's got no support around him.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think it's a fair point. No matter what you think, he's a weaker player without 2 players alongside him, and we've been doing that all season. So yeah, I'd go along with that. Just looking at the Eze stats there about how important he is for us, but
I love him.
It's just difficult for him without Wilf in the team taking 2 other players away, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like we're going with the strategy of boot up to JP and hope for the best. And I don't know.
Yeah, well, that wasn't the worst contact on that header when it went forward, was there? But again, you haven't got Eze's not playing right up, as an attacking wide player, is he? Go on, PVA, go on. Oh, what's going on there?
Hambo. He touched his hand.
Oh well.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I would like it if we could play. I guess they're not allowing us to play on the floor, but I prefer it if we don't do. With Benteke, it makes more sense. With JP, let's just play on the floor before we try to use him as the target. When there's no one around him, like in that position, it was it went to his head, but he was around him.
Yeah, you got to remember though, no one's played with him. He's been in training for a couple of weeks. How he plays, the team have got to get used to that, and he's got to get used to us as well. This system. You should have IU up near him when you're playing a 4-4-2, but we don't play it that way, do we? IU is constantly 15, 20 yards back. It's more of a 4-4-1-1, isn't it?
Yeah. Alex says JP's hold-up play has been poor, hoping he improves. He's just getting up to speed. Yeah, look, Alex, he's just here. I mean, it's only been 17 minutes of Premier League football, and as Hambo said, he hasn't trained as much. So, oh, geez. But, one thing that's happened loads of times, and it's not something new, is that teams love putting crosses into the box, and we just can't handle it. Once again, down our right-hand side, towards the centre of the pitch, a cross into Bamford, and Gary Cahill loses him once again.
Yeah, well, it's cross into the box. Cahill falls over. Bamford wins the header. That's twice that's happened, almost exactly the same. And he's had a great season, Bamford, but the movement isn't so good that Cahill should be falling over all the time. But he's kind of he's just running into that space when when Dan comes out, Cahill has to come across. He's having to sprint across because he's staying so rigid in his position.
Jeez.
He might do well to actually follow the player and not think too much about where he is. But the experiment so far, you've got to say it hasn't quite worked. They talk about Mateta's hold-up play. It's possible that he's not really that kind of player in the first place, so necessarily shouldn't be looking for him to do that. But
nice,
that's a good little move there.
Yeah, I like this.
Go on.
It's too tight.
Yeah.
That's what.
You said that's what she said. Yeah, I knew you'd go there.
I'm just. PV, jeez, man. Oh dear. Come on. Oh, that's not a foul. I'll take that. But come on, we have to be better with our passing, especially when they've got 11 players trying to defend. Nice. Corner there.
PVA, of course, on the right-hand side there. But, I mean, he won't even stay left wing. But he's done well getting us a corner there.
Maybe it's a good thing, though. With considering how many players are sitting back, you have to be a bit more fluid to try to break them down, give them something to think about.
Yeah,
but as your set pieces, yes, I'm liking that. Continuing it. Took us a while to realise that it's our best set piece. Gary Cahill on his head, come on. Ball into the box.
Ball in.
Yeah, we were just watching, literally.
Yeah, there you go.
Jack, it is a 4-4-2. It's not 4-3-1. Jacob says, Theory, Roy made this lineup to play so poorly, just have an excuse not to play JP. Perfect chance to start him once Zaha got injured. I doubt that's the case, but I was surprised, as I said before, that he's starting. I think lots of Palace fans are as well. Yeah,
look, I can still, right, even though it's not gone so well so far, I can live with the lineup choice. I can live with it because at least it was something different. It was trying to make up for Zaha not being there. Different way of thinking. I'm okay with it. What I'm not going to be okay with is if we don't try and do something different throughout the entire course of the game. If we just do this over and over and over and hope for the best, because at the moment it's hard to see exactly where we come from. That's not too bad. He recovered that touch well. Good play from Mateta there.
That's why I said that.
Out to IU
on the right hand side. He needs help. He's like, go on, show me the options. Gives it back
we're getting. As soon as we get in that final third, they just force us back.
Oh jeez, man!
Oh, now Cahill's in trouble.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Bamford. Oh, geez, thankfully that was back to Bamford right there.
Yeah, that was the Palace. That was the Palace Bamford. We're all right. Thank you.
But Luca there with an attempted assist, as Alex says. Nice pass to Patrick Bamford, who just goes past Cahill effortlessly. Nice link-up play from Luca and Bamford there. But yeah, couldn't finish it.
Again, just sloppy, isn't it? Really, really, really sloppy stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, you can be sloppy, but in them like it's no one. It's an easy pass. You should be able to make that pass to Gareth Cahill.
Yeah,
Oh, nice, Sarah.
That's well defended by Gyro.
Yeah. Seb says, "What the fuck, Luca?" Ahmed says, "Luca's finished." Alex says, "Luca attempted assist." Sean says, "Only Ai's trying." I think Ai's been the key player so far in these first 23 minutes. Every time we've been going forward, it's been Ai on the ball. So, he's the one that's trying right now. But I don't think it's really Eze's fault that it's not in the game. I mean, we've seen it with Wilf in the past, where when teams send 2 or 3 players onto, like, you're only human. You're not gonna.
Yeah, and I suppose you got to also ask the question: who is in the game? From a Palace perspective.
Yeah,
Jordan Ayew's probably the busiest player out there, isn't he? But he's having to run all over the pitch to get involved. So no one's really covered themselves in glory so far. Oh, good little charge down there. So like the energy from Mateta. There's some good signs there.
Yeah,
putting himself about a little bit. At the moment, he looks very raw, doesn't he? The touch is a little bit heavy, so he needs to build perhaps that little bit of confidence up. You can tell there's some nerves in those legs at the moment. I'm sure he's delighted to be starting, but
I'll be honest, Scott came to save him. Yeah,
I know. Cahill absolutely done by Bamford again, and Dan has to pick it up. At the moment, this is a bad few minutes. Well, bad 25 minutes nearly for Cahill. We
better stop Bamford here. It's a foul.
Free kick in a really dangerous area as well.
I love my water.
I'm cold. I'm just going to go and put a hoodie on. Hold on.
Oh, geez, I was going to go get water there. Thumb foul from Luca. Not from Luca, from Gyro there. We have to be careful.
Always having to go at Luca, aren't you? Always having to go at Luca.
No, it was a mistake. But yeah, as Alex said, scary free kick. In a dangerous area. Mark, have we had any shots on target yet? Nope. Have we?
Have we had any shots?
Yeah, we had the eye shot, which hit the Leeds player. I don't even know. But it's dangerous position.
Don't like the position of this free kick one bit. Very central. Big. Looks like a really big gap between the wall and the place the kick's being taken. How's that happened? It's about 20 yards.
I don't even know.
Arguing in the wall between KO and Luca.
Our wall is so disoriented.
Look how deep the wall is as well.
Yeah.
It's gone over.
It's gone over. Thankfully, we got away with it. But that wall is so weird. It's like small, big. You got Luca and you got JT.
It is like that.
Yeah, it's like... I don't know.
Small, big. Yeah, okay.
Ayew block shot, all I can think of. Yeah, I think that's the only chance that we've had so far. Ayew's block shot. And pretty much our game plan has been, if we lose our pressure, I'll try to beat it up to JP, which you're asking an awful lot from him. Once again, try to beat it up, but he couldn't win that header. Go on, Ty. That's my challenge. Come on, man. That's why he should be starting.
Just building that pressure though a little bit, aren't they? Just building just that little bit too much pressure. We're getting caught on the ball way too much as well. Just all a bit panicky. We had a decent, 5, maybe 10 minutes. Then it's all just gone back to how we started again. Just that pressure from Leeds. We can't cope with being pressed on the ball. The confidence in the passing isn't there, the sharpness, the movement, all of those things are missing right now. And it's been the story of a lot of games this season where that movement and that energy has just not been there. And, we've seen it before. We've heard Roy talk about it. He doesn't set the team up to have no energy. It's the one thing that he definitely gets annoyed about with the team as well. And, Ray had to have a go at them at half-time one week and all that sort of stuff. But to me, it just happens way too often. And I don't know what the root cause is.
Yeah, it's just a temper, I guess. Like teams coming at us at full speed, we just can't control. We have no answer to it. I don't think.
Look at their movement. The bodies they get forward, the movement. You just think. I mean, I know they get caught out a lot at the back, but you just like to see us throw a few bodies at things sometimes. Long ball again forward into the channel, nowhere in particular. Mateta's going to be chasing lost causes all game. Well, until Roy takes him off of Benteke on 65 minutes.
Jeez. Yeah, very, very slow start. We're not able to really get control on the ball, and every time we do, we don't have much time on it because they pressure us, and we just don't know what to do.
No, this is look, it's not been great. What do you expect? 3 wins in a row?
Yeah. I mean, get something out of the game would have been good.
I think if this carries on this way and we get really bored, we should have a game of what should Diyar microwave. That's what we should do.
Yeah, but that's a foul there. Take that. Yeah, for fuck's sake, for fuck's sake, says game's dead so far. Darren says, I bet Roy takes off JPM at halftime. Hambo says 65. I'm saying 75. JP's not last in the game. Hopefully he proved me wrong. Oh, geez,
although Roy is trolling us at the moment, so maybe he makes a halftime sub.
Another ball up to him. Yeah, look, Ayu's annoyed as well. Look, Ayu just pointing there, like PVA is there. Give it to PVA. Stop giving it to JP. Like, we can't just rely on him for headers. The team gets so happy when we have someone tall up there. Like we're like, yes, he can be our scapegoat. Let's just put it out to him and expect him to do all kinds of he might win headers, but just try to play on the floor. Try to play football.
I'd just like to talk about YT Harley on first of all, we spelled Leeds wrong. Then he says Leeds better. And mate, I for one agree with you.
I thought you were about to go crazy on him. Like you always
No. He's all right. I don't mind him. He's right as well. Leeds are playing better. Much better than Palace right now.
Not Leeds. Mark says Leeds. We are not a goal threat. Leeds will keep playing the ball around. Henry says not watching, but why is Mitchell playing ahead of Townsend?
Well, that was. I think he's probably seen the lineup that I think was put on Sky Sports, where it showed Mitchell playing left wing. He isn't. PVA is playing left wing, and it's PVA who's playing ahead of Townsend. And again, I was very surprised by that. Not necessarily upset by it. I thought it was, but now it does seem like probably a bit of a mistake. I also want to pick out what Alex McKeown said, which is anyone else see Coleman on Sky Sports and worry he'll be in charge next season? I sincerely hope not. But at one stage, he was,
love that.
Nice.
Go on. Oh, damn, man.
Nice bit of skill, but it's going to take something like that, Diyar, to liven this game up for Palace. That little bit of inspiration.
I hate it though. Oh my days! Tell your boy. All right, tell your boy something that he is not. I don't know who he thinks he is, but he's not that player.
He's letting me down today, man. I can't defend you when you're doing this shit, Luca. For fuck's sake.
I don't know who he watched before the game, whose highlights he watched, but he's not that player.
No. Aaron's gone with Townsend should be in the first team always. I still think Townsend's being punished for leaving his position in a game the other week, where he came off the right wing to move into the centre to get more involved, and then Roy just took him off. I don't think he's going to let him back on.
Stats after half an hour. Palace have had one shot apparently. I think that's a Jordan Ayew shot from basically like 30, 40 yards out, but 0 shots on target. So we're doing well we're doing what we normally do.
Two touches in the opponent's box we've had so far. It's exciting.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, for the post-match fan show, it's going to be interesting to see what people think. I just think
long way to go yet, Diyar, right?
Yeah, just the first half. We have to talk about the whole game. You can't talk about bads only and goods only.
Yeah. You wanted to hate on Luca again there, didn't you? But the ball.
I didn't want to hate on him. No, it's not even that. I'm just watching. I'm trying to see what we're trying to do. We have the ball, but ref. No, that's a goal kick. We have the ball, but what? Only 2 touches in the penalty area. Do you say? We can't break them down.
No.
Annoying. Jordan Ayew only goal this season was against Leeds. Yes. So hopefully he gets another one. But what have we made of PVA so far? Like, I'm not. This is not to go at him, but I'm just saying his role as left wing, because I said that. I mean, where is he now?
Well,
he's meant to be left wing. Oh, there he is.
Well, yeah, for some reason, him and Mitchell
was
switched,
yeah.
and I don't know if that was just because Tyreek was caught further up. I don't know if that's a definite change. I'm trying to watch now. It's a problem when you're not at a game, you can't watch the area of the pitch you want to watch. But no, they've gone back to normal now. I mean, look, the simple truth is everyone talks about whether or not he can play as a winger, and they talk about it because, you know, he shows good intent getting forward all the time. But you've seen here at the moment, playing on the left side of midfield, he's not really got as involved in the game as you would like, because he's already playing more advanced. He's up against a fullback who's watching him. So he's not getting the time and space he gets as an overlapping fullback. So that's the first problem. And the second problem is, you know, Mike's picked out in the chat there. His passing's not been good at all. But, you know, as we talked about, he's not doing a tremendous amount of damage or anything like that, and he's giving Tyreek some cover as well. So there's pros and cons, but it's not been inspiring so far. If you think, would it have been better to have Eze on that side and Townsend on the right? I probably think it would have done, but I think that for some reason Roy doesn't trust Mitchell behind Eze, even though there's been plenty of games this season where that's looked great.
Yeah, this is just boring to watch, though.
It is boring, yeah. I'm starting to sort of drift off and think about things that I might be able to amuse myself with. I don't know.
It was. I mean, if it was 0-0, then I would understand it. But this is just, go on, Eze. Sure. Oh, he's fouled. Even when we do have the ball, they're not letting us get away with it. CPFC says predictable, uninspiring as per usual. Predictably uninspiring as usual. Callum says Jeff Schlupp is the answer. Yes, if he started on left hand side, it would be much better. 100%.
Jeff Schlupp is the answer. If who's the first name on Roy's team sheet, no matter what, that is what Jeff Schlupp is the answer to. But I like Schlupp, and we do miss him.
Definitely do. Oh, jeez. They're playing very good, though, I'll admit. They came out here looking like a team that was very annoyed with the 4-1 defeat and want to prove a point. And they are so far.
Yep. We are second best.
Go at that. Come on.
Oh, dear.
All right. Nice tie. Ball into the box. Yeah, this is... Go on, Nathaniel. Oh, jeez. Got the ball.
Still got it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, keeping a bit of possession here.
He needs a bit of support.
Just look at the static sort of players. That's the problem. When Leeds go forward, they got 3 or 4 moving, looking to create passes.
Nice.
That's a lovely ball. Go on, Tyreek.
That's a lovely as well.
Still got it. Pick that up. Build the pressure. Yeah. Come on, boys. That's what we want.
Push on.
PVA playing right midfield again.
I don't mind it though. You can be fluid.
Great ball.
But he needs a bit of help. This is where PVA should be running to help him, which he has done. No,
Jordan. Touch has got to be better there. But we got it back straight away.
Go on, Luca.
Marnie into Luca. Go on.
Nice. All right.
It's here. The movement's where we need.
Yeah. It's like, what are we doing?
Oh, you again with a shot.
That's a frustration.
Shot on target. Well done. It is
35 minutes.
You're right. But
we can't get into the box. We really can't, man. Oh, jeez. This is hard. This is hard to watch. White says that pitch must be awful the way players are falling down untouched. Yeah, it was awful last week against Everton. But I don't know. It doesn't look that bad watching it here.
I wouldn't say they've necessarily like curbed their attacking instincts, because again, in the 2 best spells that Leeds have had in this game, they've pushed us a hell of a lot. But they also they seem to be taking a bit of time. They seem to be getting numbers back. And you got to say they seem to have learnt from when they played us last time, and they're not given the same opportunities in the same space. Yes, we haven't got Wilf, which is a big part of that, but they just look much more assured, and we're really struggling now.
Down on left hand side. Okay. Oh,
Oh my
jeez.
days.
He'll get ripped to bits. Oh, no, man. This is why.
That was so nearly
Why
in
is
the
Kante
area.
not starting?
I don't know. You know, Roy is
Oh,
weird.
my days. I just watched that again.
Absolutely destroyed him. That is so close to a penalty.
Yeah. You don't. Oh, jeez.
Yellow card, rightly. So, you know, I have to say this, and I don't mean to be unfair to Gary Cahill, but I'd get him off at half time, put Koyate on. Absolutely no point leaving Cahill on the pitch when this is happening. That's where you want a decisive manager. He's on a yellow card. He's going to get caught out. He seems to be a yard off the pace with everybody near him. So he just need to get him off.
Yeah,
been awful from set pieces as well, defending him recently. So this is a really, really dangerous free kick.
Mark says if Wilf gets sold in summer, we are done. For fuck's sake, says allow him. He didn't have a preseason. Remember? Yeah, he didn't have a preseason, but I mean, he has played enough games.
I don't have a problem with him playing. I just have a problem with him playing like this.
So you do have a problem with him playing because he's playing like that.
I was trying to be clever with words. Anyway, ball into
the box. Oh my! Once again,
we got away with that.
Use this. It went onto Leeds player's head. Who was that? That was Luca. He just missed. Why are we so slow with headers? We're just
poor.
And it's that easy.
It just seems to be really easy for players to get a run on us. You know, a little bit of movement, and we're always trying to catch up with a player who's got away with someone in these areas. And it's because we're either marking too tight, or we're allowing people to move off when you shouldn't. I don't know what it is. It's I don't know if it's unique to us. I don't study too many other teams defending at set pieces, to be honest. But it just looks really poor.
Lost the ball once again.
Yeah, it's going to be a difficult one. This Patrick picked a good day to be working, isn't he?
Yeah. So Luca lost his man there. We are getting Muller, says Mark. Mike says Leeds team young versus Palace old.
I mean, it's definitely a factor. We've got some younger players on the pitch at the moment than we usually have, but you know they're definitely a more energetic team than we are, for sure. Phillips has made a difference for them as well. He's always got space, hasn't he, in midfield? Always a passing option for him. I wonder what Diyar's looking at. What do you reckon?
Jeez, I was looking at something.
All right, thanks for clearing that one up.
Yeah, there isn't anything to look at in this game. I mean. Benteke the GOAT says hopefully the gaffer subs me on at half time. Rod says I was having a good day till I turned this on. Yeah, you should be prepared for this, but
I want to say two things about Benteke the GOAT. First of all, I really like the idea that Benteke is on the bench watching our stream, and I'd also like the idea that he would call himself Benteke the GOAT on YouTube. Both those things make me very happy. Christine speculating that you were looking at microwave meals when you were looking down there.
Oh, jeez. Another header. We can't deal with this.
I mean, look, you look at that and you just think, well, one of those is going to go in, isn't it? At some point, whether it's before half time, got 5 minutes, or after the break, we're gonna, that was Cahill that time with the header, but at some point we're gonna get caught out again here because it's just happening every single time.
I just saw that Rafinha had. I don't want to see that again. That's embarrassing, man. I feel sorry for Cahill.
He just took his soul, didn't he, when he did that? Just absolutely, it's almost, you could almost retired him in one little move.
Yeah, it's like you probably made Cahill think like, wow, that wouldn't have happened about 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I hate Mondays even more now. It's attack versus defense training, says Darren. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, what a touch from
geez, look at
Rafinha.
that touch.
Oh, gives it to Leeds player, crosses it. Oh, come
Punch
on.
out.
Come on, Vicente. Catch
He
that.
doesn't like a catch, does he? He loves a little punch.
Oh, there they go again. Down the left-hand side this
So,
time. Another cross.
Hopefully this will get cleared.
Oh, clear it.
Good block that time. Good stuff from KO that time.
What's going on?
You picked out
Easy.
Rafinha. You picked out Rafinha earlier, and you are so right. He's absolutely on fire in this game. Cannot cope with him at all.
Oh man, too easy.
I mean that was
the box, touch, turn, shot. I mean he blocked it, but he just giving him so much time. Oh, corner,
near post. Oh my God! How
Oh.
did that get through?
another ball into the box. Oh,
my God! That is.
We are getting lucky. I am
Pretty
we are
funny
getting
miss.
lucky here. Oh.
How's he
miss that?
headed it at that angle? I got to see it again because that's one of the funniest headers I've ever seen in my life.
Cross. What was that header? Literally free header. Jordan
That Diyar is what we call a 50p head. You know?
I mean Harry Maguire is at 50p head as well, but
Yeah.
might have a new contender.
Oh, at least that's cheered me up. I feel quite good now.
Let's try and take a point from this and look ahead to our next 3 games. We should get those points, says Aaron. Taiwan Powell says Kill gonna give away penalties. Mark says feels like a training game from Leeds. Taiwan Powell said he's had a good career. Yeah, 100% he's had a good career, and I respect him for his career. But I'm just saying,
But it ended just then. just with that one move.
Oh, nice, Luca. Have we even attacked for the last 15 minutes?
Diyar,
I
we
just
think about
realised.
it. Don't rush these things. Half time's coming up. There's no point getting carried away trying to score a goal, is there? Honestly.
Right.
Yeah, not good.
Just
Not good
I'm
today.
just watching Leeds. People were joking here, but seriously, we're actually doing an attack versus defense drill here.
Yeah. Well, look, a lot of people, got in touch and, were very adamant that, we've been overly critical of the way the team and the manager have set up in the last few weeks because, the two wins in the last 2 games proved how wrong we were. And then, what I'm just saying is when you're watching this, are you happy with this? Is this right? Is this the best we can do with what we got? And I'll never stop believing we can do better. But we have got injuries. We've lost our most important player. We've really struggling at centre back. There's not a lot Roy can do about some of those things. And we're we look like a team that's struggling today. But great work from Gyro.
Nice. Go on, please.
Go on.
Penalty,
Pen. Surely pen. Surely pen.
Is that not?
No, nothing.
No, I need to see that again. Geez, that looked like a pen.
Yeah, I mean, Ayu's not screaming for it, is he? So,
No, he was.
Was he?
Yeah.
Well, if he screamed for it, then they have to look at it on VAR, don't they? So I assume it. Yeah.
Oh, that has how? Oh, I don't get this VAR thing. I backed it when it first came about, but how do you look back at that? Darren says it's not even checked by VAR. Carrot Cahill, we're just keeping Bamford offside. I thought Bamford was going to be offside, but he was going to be onside because Cahill just kept him on. Jeez, yeah, you have to. Look, they're showing the replay there. Nah, I wouldn't say it. It's a contact sport.
No.
It's more of a, he just bodied him to the ground, but yeah, here we go. Just blow the half. Oh, it's half time. Thankfully, jeez.
Time.
Half time. Leeds 1, Palace 0. What on earth have I just watched there? Slow start from Palace. Send in your questions and your comments on your first half, on your thoughts on the first half so far. We're reading them out. Hambo, what did you make of
that? That's about all I can say. Look, I mean, it was a terrible start. I mean, look, the positive I can take is that we're only 1-0 down. If Leeds had been that little bit more clinical and pressured that a little bit more, I think we were there for the taking. we got a chance to go in at half time and maybe find a better way of doing things. The experiment hasn't quite worked. I don't think PVA's been in the game, and it feels like a waste picking him. Not that he's been the worst player. I don't think he has. I don't think any of the players have been great. But I don't know, Diyar, the only thing I can really say to sum it all up is that if we don't match the intensity and energy of the opposition, we look a very ordinary team, and we haven't matched them today. So as a result, we're 1-0 down, and we deserve to be 1-0 down.
Look, this is the thing. Before this game, people were saying we haven't got Wilf, so we're going to struggle naturally. And we need Wilf in the side. And I understand that, but it's not. This is what happened against City as well. And I said this: it doesn't matter if Wilf was playing in the City game because we were outmatched, and that was Man City. And this is Leeds, and we're beating them 4-1 this season. But we are not. They are out there to go and get revenge on that 4-1 defeat that they had last time around. And intensity-wise, we are not matching them. They are sending not only 1, 2 players onto guys like Eze. Even when JP's got the ball, we are not matching the intensity. Forget about tactics. First of all, we need to match the intensity, and second of all, forget the formation. We can't break them down. Like when we have the ball, when we're going forward, and when we do beat their press, they send 6 or 7 players back, and we don't have an answer for that. We don't send enough players to the box. We're just all next to each other, just passing about sideways, but we're not actually getting in the box. How many crosses have we had?
Well, next to none. I mean, there's one that went over JP's head. That's all I can really think of. And James Michael Lambert in the chat has said, we'll move to the 4-2-3-1, and I can understand that, getting Eze centrally. But I think the problem with that, in some ways, is that's probably how we should have started the game. Now we're 1-0 down. You kind of think, well, that might leave us even more with one player isolated in attack. Eze might end up having to drop deeper because of the way Leeds play. We've made our own bed in the terms that we started the way we have, and that really limits your options. The only real option we've got from here is to try and go for it. Is to try and get take a couple more risks, and we're not a team that really does that. So yeah, it is a real tough one. I'm struggling to think of what we can really do. I think, Benteke, who's been very vocal in the chat, I think he would offer an option if we wanted the ball to go up there and potentially stick. But I'm not really a big fan of sacrificing any of the forwards at the moment. I think Ayu's probably been the hardest working, most energetic player we've got. And whilst the quality hasn't always been there, you sacrifice, at least somebody who's occupying some players and creating some spaces for other people. But it's the other players who are not moving into those spaces, and they're not linking up together. And it's a really, really hard watch. I can handle losing if we're trying. It just doesn't feel like we know what our plan is.
Yeah. Another thing is, it's not really. I'm talking about Eze, but if Eze was starting on the left hand side, I honestly think he'll be way more effective. In the left, he had the freedom, he would cut in, but we're starting on the right. It's just it hasn't suited him this game. And I'm not saying PVA has done anything in particular wrong, but he's just not being as involved going forward as people expected him to be. And I'm not surprised by that, because I said it before the game, Hambo. I said that he might be good with the overlaps, but going forward and just being an actual midfielder from the get-go, you're asking an awful lot from him to be as effective as he is when he does, when he's going at left back and pushing forward. So I will change that. I'll put Eze back on the left-hand side and give him a bit more freedom to go in central areas, because down that right-hand side, he can't do what he does best. He can't go and cut in, and he can't go into central. He's struggling to get into central areas. So I'll make that change. But let's read some of your comments as well. Terry says, no enjoyment whatsoever. The bottom 3 teams seem to play better football than us, says Mark. Dale says we're far too deep, invite them on. Ahmed says Townsend ain't been great, but I'd rather have him on than PVA. Agree. I feel like put Eze on the left, put Townsend on the right, and then try to go for it like that, because I feel like we're just wasting that left-hand side position. I think I understand where Roy tried to go with it, but my fears happen in terms of, yes, he has got the pace, but he's not that player when he's starting out midfield.
No, well, Dale, there's a reason he hasn't played as a left midfielder for his whole career, isn't there? Exactly. It's square peg, round hole, that kind of thing, isn't it? But I did see. I mean, I don't want to skip too many comments, Diyar, but I did see an interesting one come in from Ash where it said the Palace unavailable 11. Hennessy in goal, which, let's face it, that doesn't really count as a player. But Ferguson, Ward, Sacco, Tompkins. There's a back four: Schlupp, McCarthy, MacArthur, Zaha, Wickham, and he's put Lewington as well. Which, there is some context in there. You think about those players who are unavailable. You think about the difference Tompkins made when he was back in the side as well. We are going to struggle without our best players. I have to accept that as reality, but I just go back to the point. Should we struggle this much? Nah.
Well, Will ain't defensive player, so let's talk about the defense. Well, send in your comments what you guys thought of it. But Ben says Cahill and Dan awful, so slow, play everyone onside every time. I feel like Cahill, he's, I don't think Roy's going to do it, and he's not going to do it. But he should be subbed off at halftime. Cahill, he just looks off the pace, and that's why in my pre-match prediction I wouldn't have started him, because with all due respect, he's 35. He's going to struggle against the faster players with the quicker footwork, and Bamford outdone him as well. Rafinha I don't want to talk about that, but he's just
when they started against Newcastle, and you remember everybody's reaction when Cahill and Dan started together against Newcastle, we were just thought, probably the two slowest turning full centre backs you can imagine. We thought, we're going to be in real trouble here, and we got away with it. And everyone was like, "Oh, actually, that was good because Cahill had a decent game, and Dan was pretty decent as well." And we didn't look too exposed, other than for the first goal, and we got kind of confident about it. But what we've seen today is the other side of that. What we feared against Newcastle, we're playing a team with better forwards, better movement, and they've just dragged the centre backs all over the park. And the support hasn't been there either for them from the other players. So,
yeah. Well, if you're watching this on Facebook, Twitter, head over to our YouTube channel for the second half. And if you're watching this on YouTube, if you can hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss our future episodes, it will be great as it helps us out massively. So let's read some of your comments. KJR says Cahill's finished. Hopefully he scores like last time. Daniel says Cahill and Dan being slow should surprise no one. Why not try Kelly and Kouyaté at least? I don't understand why we're not starting Kouyaté. I thought he would start, and out of is who's going to play next to Kouyaté, and that was going to be Scott Down for me. Unless I'm missing something. Is he not 100% fit? Has Roy said something? Because I've had a busy week.
All he said was that, the previous game that he took Kouyaté out because Kouyaté had played a lot of football and needed a rest, and I could understand that because it's true. He was pretty much the ever present at centre back, wasn't he? But I don't see any logic in keeping him out now. I think Roy's done his usual thing. He's Dan and Cahill played well enough together for him not to have to drop them. So those are two players that he likes, and he didn't have to drop them, so he didn't. If you think back to the Newcastle game, Dan probably had a better game than Cahill. So if he was going to have to drop one to accommodate Kouyaté, it would have been Cahill. So he doesn't want to do that. Cahill's his man. So,
all right, Hambo, I need to quickly grab water. You know how much I love it. And have you seen me sip any water in this episode so far in this watch along?
No. I've been looking out for it. It's one of my favourite.
If you give me 2 seconds, there's lots of comments coming in, so you should be occupied.
Yeah, all right. Thanks for that. No problem. You go right ahead, mate. But you can't control what I say while you're gone.
All right, cool. I can hear you though.
All right, no worries. So look, I don't know where Diyar left us off, but I'm gonna pick up on. Let's go with Evangelos 6, the 6th Evangelos. Dan and Cahill have been okay to my mind. Mitchell can't have done more. Klein hasn't really been involved. Yeah, they haven't really attacked too much down Klein's side, but you don't get a lot of change out of Nathaniel Klein even these days. So that's why they've done the right thing in targeting the side where they're getting the most joy. But I think their movement has caused our defence problems the whole time. James has said, don't agree Cahill has been okay. Dan should be subbed. Okay. Well, that's I'm not necessarily going to argue if that's your view. I think Dan has had to cover a lot for Cahill in my view, but everyone sees the game differently. That's fair enough. Alex has gone with Cahill and Dan survived Newcastle. Warning signs were there. How bad is Kelly in training? It's a real mystery about where Martin Kelly is. I have to say with Kelly, history tells you that he can come in and he is reliable. But if you're playing for maybe more than 5-6 games, the level starts to drop, and I don't know why that is. It just seems to be the way it works. But I just don't get why he never gets an opportunity. And I'd be delighted to see him come on the pitch now. In fact, Dan Cahill off, Kouyaté and Kelly on. Why not try 2 new centre backs? And Luke suggested that as well. Hello.
So yeah, I heard what you said about Kelly, and I don't know. He hasn't played this season, has he? As far as I can remember.
I don't think he has. I don't think he has. Mate, did he play in the cup? I think he might have played in the cup.
What's our cup games? I can't remember. Someone let us know in the comments down below. In the comment section.
Well, we lost, didn't we? That's what we do in cups. But I've got some vague recollection of Martin Kelly playing the cup. I've seen him play one under 23s game, but only one. And I don't really understand why that was either. But there we go.
Look, there's so many comments coming in. Read them out before second half starts. Right back versus Bournemouth. That's it. Bournemouth and Wolves. Roy Hodgson joined us for the live watch along. Any advice what to do? So if you're as Roy is here, what advice would you give Roy for the second half? What
advice would I give Roy? Retire immediately. I'm being facetious. I'm not gonna give fake Roy any real advice, but what I would like to see, I don't necessarily think there's any sense in changing the personnel as such. As much as we've talked about subbing a centre back, I think that's the only possible change is because KO is on a yellow card and is a risk. That might be a change there, but I think getting Eze back over to the left hand side, or again potentially has been talked about moving him centrally and making a little bit of a sacrifice there. But to me, it's about getting the team to play that little bit further up the pitch. I think maybe dropping Luca back a little bit deeper than Gyro, because Gyro and Luca have both been playing as outright CDMs. I think giving Gyro license to roam a little bit more than he has, and try and make an extra body in the attack, arriving late in the box, that kind of stuff. But that involves really, to me, it's about getting the wide players involved. And if they're not involved out wide, bring them in the middle and attack narrow, something like that. It's a really tough one to call though.
And also try to press them. There's nothing to lose. So try to go at them, make them uncomfortable. Because right now, they just get the ball and just can pass it about, get forward. Too comfortable. They're way too comfortable for my liking. But Andros is coming on. Interesting.
So what do you reckon, JP off?
You can't.
I said he'd do it.
PVA, if it's PVA off, Eze on the left.
Come on, if he's going to take somebody off, it'll be on the left hand side. It'd be Mitchell, wouldn't it? It'd take Mitchell off, put PVA back to left back. Oh, there you go. PVA off. Apparently, there was me casting aspersions. No, Mitchell is
Mitchell's off.
See, lots of contradicting information. Yeah. I would have guaranteed you it would be Mitchell on the left hand side.
Someone's saying by PVA. Someone's saying Mitchell off. I don't even know what's going on. But look, for the second half, we're going to be only live on YouTube, so head over whilst we figure out who's going to be coming off. But Andros is coming on. That's for definite, but we're not too sure who's coming off yet. So, yeah, Facebook and Twitter, head over to our YouTube channel. If you're on YouTube, you're already here. So, nothing for you guys that you have to do. So, let's see who's going to come. I'll take off PVA.
Yeah, well, it seems like that might be the case, but then lots of people are saying Eze off. Oh, dear.
JP off. Yeah, we're just getting now. Yeah. What's next?
Ian Wright off.
Yeah.
Oh, they just showed that header again. That is just so funny. It's an impossible angle to miss by that much. Literally right in front of the goal in the centre.
I'm just laughing at all the Leeds players just like running about in front of Andros. They're ready for the warm-up.
Andros sort of gesturing his hips in their direction. That's quite funny.
We used to do that as well.
He's thrusting it.
Sorry, Hambo, but we used to do that.
Yeah, I remember they run in front of the homestay and do that stuff, and they're a big tap at the end.
Yeah. Who's coming off?
I don't want to tell you.
Well, Andrews is coming on. At this rate, I feel like we're playing tour players because they realize how shit we are.
It is PVA there.
It's PVA. All right, yeah. PVA is off. Andrews on. I like that. But is he playing on the left? I wonder. I doubt it, but
Hodgson is subbing me on. I could have taken up one of those spare spots on the bench, Roy.
yeah. All right, let's go. Come on now. Andrews on.
Here we go.
He's on the right. He's definitely on the right. Eze is on the left. Yeah, I like this way better. Thankfully, it didn't work, the PV experiment, and I didn't.
No. Look, fine for trying it. Not going to criticise Roy for trying it at all. You know, it felt weird, but you know, in a lot of ways, seeing something weird is better than seeing the same thing over and over and over, isn't it? So we've now got 45 minutes to get ourselves back in this game.
Yeah, we do. I like that though. Halftime subs. You said 65. Yeah, he actually made a change at halftime. So yeah, he must be really pissed off for him to make that change because we've said it. And the first half, he didn't look like a happy man, Roy, and he's always smiling. And the fact that he made a halftime substitution, yeah, he must be amped up. Oh no. Nice gyro.
Another nutmeg, but yeah, Gyro's covered that. Foul, definitely a foul on IU there. But again, look how he's having to pick the ball up way too deep. We've got to try and find a way to move all this a little bit further up the pitch.
We're on 53 likes right now. Let's try 151 people here. Let's try up the likes, guys. If you're enjoying it, it would just help us out massively. Let's try up the likes whilst I'm watching Roy look a bit confused.
Do you want me to go and like it like I did last week?
No, you're fine. You're fine.
You're right. Okay, you sure? Okay.
Yeah.
No worries.
Ball up to JP. Somehow managed to get it. Eze on the left-hand side. Gives it to George.
Look, I mean, I know this isn't going tremendously well at the moment.
Yeah, we still got it. But
look at the bodies in the box.
Cross?
In the box. I can live with that. Terrible cross, but people up there. Now, obviously, dangerous. And looks like Jordan B. Is he not going to get me yellow? Got away with one there.
Yeah. When ahead at halftime, Leeds have won 32 of the 34 games. And the other 2 games they've drawn, they have not lost when ahead at halftime. So, yeah, that's it for this watch along.
There you go. Yeah, see you later, everyone.
There's no point in watching it anymore.
Christine is asking if someone's cooking dinner in your kitchen, Diyar.
Oh, geez, I don't even know.
No, because you can say you've got headphones in, you won't be able to hear it, but we can hear some plates crashing around.
Oh, is it? Yeah, I didn't realize.
That's all right. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, that's more exciting than our football right now.
Yeah. Although
I keep you guys updated.
This
is on the ball.
Please do.
Yeah. Andros on the left-hand side. All right.
I've now got a message, DR, that says this channel is currently affected by a problem with your satellite signal. For help, please press the question mark. Great entertainment is still available via your recordings, on demand and apps.
Oh. Well, you try to sort that out.
Has someone... I mean, it... You can have a
I'll let you know what's going on. I'm
leaving my camera on for this. Let me see if I can find where my satellite dish is.
All right, then. I'll let you know if something interesting happens. But we're pressing them. I like this. Go on, Nez. Like that. More intensity. Go at them. Don't let them just keep the ball. Go on.
There is a tiny amount of snow. Do you reckon that's destroyed my satellite signal?
I don't know. If that's the case, then you need to get a new satellite.
Why don't you get a new satellite?
I'm good. You can see I'm watching the game right now. I'm watching Luke Ayling just pass it into the midfield and just Palace sitting back now because they beat our press. Just passing about. Ball to the left-hand side. They're in our box. Luke Ayling crossing there. Scott Dan clears it out. Nice. But on the counter now. Counter. Come on. Oh, JP, come on. Nice. We got the ball, but it's just... We can't count. They're just there. All right. Actually, we're off now. Gyro's going forward. 3 against 2. Give it to Ayu. Ayu, come on. Shoot. Oh, come on, man. Oh, come on.
Come on.
It was literally a 3 versus 2. Gyro got in through, and it was IU, JP, and Gyro gives it to IU and just takes that touch. The touch just it ruined it. It ruined it. It just put him out wide. Oh. Yeah, well, that was a good chance. 3 against 2 as well. Have to be better than that. Have to be. Oh. 3 against 2 situation, and then we just bottle it like that.
I still got a blue screen.
I mean, you're having problems. I used to have problems, but out of everyone, you shouldn't be having problems.
I know. Pay a lot of money for this Sky TV business.
Eze going into the middle, gives it to Jordan Ayew to Gyro Reader. But I like this. We're more involved. More players going into the box. Look at that. 3 or 4 players in the box now. Come on.
Well, dear, I've got some horrible news from me just joining. So I'm going to be quiet for a bit. I've just joined it, so I need to pause on 51 minutes and 30 seconds.
All right.
Oh, my. Okay, I can't pause because my remote doesn't work to pause.
All right. So far, better going forward in the second half. Patrick Bamford's on my screen. Daniel Klein takes a throw in. Gone. Got down, boots it up. To nobody. Leeds through and goal. Oh, Jesus, Rafinha. Jesus, Rafinha. Vicente, what a save. Oh, too slow, man. Too slow, and he scores. It's happened, of course. It's happened. I told. It was written. It was written that this guy is going to score against us. Patrick Bamford scores his 100th career goal against Palace. 2-0 Leeds. Too slow. Fucking shit defending. Come on. Oh, jeez, man. Vicente, brilliant save from him, but Scott Dine is just too slow to get to him. I'm watching it again. Rafinha, nice shot. Gary Cahill just, it's just awful. Awful, man.
Well, Diyar, look, I'm paused at 52:19 if you care.
I'll let you know when I'm there. Jeez,
yeah,
he's not running in slow motion, man.
It's just pathetic, isn't it? It's pathetic to see this again. I mean, look, we were starting to get some momentum, weren't we? And they just caught out. And, you know, Roy will look at that and say, that's the danger, isn't it? You know, you start to attack and you get caught out like this. But this is all our own doing. It's just so poor.
What a shit goal to concede. Oh, 2-0 lead. And we'll see where we go from here.
What are you on time
Andros
now?
gives it. Oh, sorry.
It's all right, I can catch up. Just tell me what you're on.
52-50.
Okay.
51, 52. What are you on? I'll let you know when I reach you.
I'm on 53:03 now.
53:03.
Yeah, well, I was. What are you on now?
53:04. 05.
Okay, I'll pause for a few seconds.
07,
That's fine.
08. I'm ahead of you, aren't I?
No.
10, 11. What are you on?
12 now.
15, 16.
Yeah. We're synced. Corner for Palace. Eze into the box. Headed clear. There we go. So, you know, we're at my score prediction pre-game, 2-0 Leeds. You know, still plenty of the game left as well. You know, Roy having a real old... Do you see Roy on the sideline there? Having a proper old strop. I don't know if there's anyone on the pitch he should be as angry at as maybe himself, but there you go. Don't know quite... Oh, dear. Really poor from Eze there. It's just not clicking all over the pitch. It is not clicking. This is going one way at the minute.
We need new, younger centre-backs in somewhere. That should be... Oh, geez, Patrick Bamford through again. Cahill's there. He's kept it on. Oh, he gives it to JP. JP just surrounded by 3 or 4 Leeds. I mean, what can he do? He's still done the best he can. And then we just give it back to them. Oh man, this is awful. Palace fan says the next Watford. Sean says should have been 3. Ash says JP reminds me of Tammy Abraham. Someone, oh my, Patrick Bamford wins another. Seriously, is Patrick Bamford like Christian Benteke? Am I missing a point? Like, what's going on? Why is there so many headers?
Kale cannot cope. Dan can't cope. No one can seem to cope with little Patrick Bamford. Oh dear. Sad times, Diyar. Sad times to have to watch this.
What Ash said is a good point, because if I'm not wrong, Theo, I think it's Theo, the Mainz fan who came on to give us the perspective on Jan Philippe, he said a player who he reminds him of is Tammy Abraham. So I think he said that anyways. I'm pretty sure he said that. But yeah, so I think you're close with that. He does. The style of football, which I've seen so far in 55 minutes, does remind me of that as well.
What do you think about how he might be feeling this far into his debut right now?
I mean, his quotes against the quotes. He's probably thinking about, you know what I said about Europa League. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, because maybe it's not going to be possible even with me playing in this side.
Yeah, there we go.
We got the ball now. Andros got the ball. Getting forward. Go on, Andros. Gives it to Luka. Oh, it's so easy.
We're just slow. We just, again, this, right in the middle of the pitch, there is very little pace at times. Gyro can be that player, but again, with only 2 in the midfield, you've got Luka, who unfortunately runs like he's in treacle, and you've got, Gyro can't do all the running for the 2 of them. It always just feels like this team needs a 3 in midfield. I kind of feel it every week, but lovely turn from Eze.
Nice. Go on,
he's got through again. On your own. Just go on your own.
Go on. Just give it to George. Oh, it's not having the greatest of games today. Come on.
There you go.
Seriously, this. But
I suppose that you go back to the discussion over, how much we miss Wilf. And this goes to show you as well. It's not just what he does on the ball, and people sometimes get a little bit at him when he doesn't have effective games on the ball. It's just what else he gives you. When he's running like that, if you've got Zaha up ahead of you rather than the options that Eze had at that point, the defense behaves in a completely different way. The link plays faster, and it's just so hard to watch without Wilf in the side.
Rafinha's such a baller. I'm not even.
Yeah. Look at that as well. Got away with that again.
Yeah, he's absolutely ripping us to bits. Lee takes a shot from outside the box, hits Cahill. We got it now with Jordan Ayew. They're on us, they're pressing us, they're not letting us counter, and we just can't cope with it. Seriously.
I want to see, because where Ayew keeps getting fouled, it's getting further and further back. I think the next one is due to be on our penalty spot.
You can't cope with it. Just Ayew gets the ball, JP gets the ball. There's 2 or 3 players there. They just stop the counter. There's no place close to him. No, lovely from JP to Eze. Yeah, Eze is. Yeah, it's not. Come on, Ebbs, man. Jordan Ayew falls to the ground there. Nothing there. It's too easy for them. Way too easy.
Oh well.
Jeez.
Excuse me 1 minute. I just need to go walk away for a sec.
All right. Mitchell's on the ball, getting pressured. He needs help, man. He needs help. Gee, why is it when our players are on the ball, no one's around? Like, seriously, we're just trying to play one-on-one football here. They're playing as a team. This is what happened against West Ham as well. Just go and support. Support one another. Oh, God. Leeds on the left-hand side. Andros, nice interception. Is a corner for them. Yeah, it's a corner.
Yeah, so they don't let up. That's the thing. They don't stop. They'll just carry on that same way. And we've been zero threat to them so far.
Look at that, Hambo. So, look at that. And Ty's on the ball. And who's around him? Who's there to support him? There's 2 Leeds players there. This is what happened against West Ham as well. When I'm saying they're playing like a football side and we're not. We're not playing as a team. It's individual. A bunch of individuals just stuck in their positions.
It's very, very hard to watch right now. Corner. Oh my gosh. How many have we got away with? It's been like, what, 3-4 chances where we should have conceded. This could be, 4, 5, maybe even 6 the way it's gone. And it's only an hour in. It's just totally pathetic.
Yeah. And this is not a Wilfred Zaha situation, please. This is just, it's more of a team effort. We're not on the same page.
I mean, yeah, we talk quite a lot about the impact of confidence. Is this like a team that's got any confidence in it at all right now? The just literally standing in a 4-4-2 shape, and just waiting for Leeds to play. There's no emphasis on trying to change the course of this game. So I don't know why Roy was angry on the side recently. Earlier on in the half, I don't know why he's angry about that, because this is his setup. This is what he asked for. You can't, what else do you want to ask from the players when they're having to do this? And that's off the back of 2 good results. The confidence should be high. They should have come out of the blocks, put pressure on Leeds, but instead, we've just had to witness a team just. We've just laid down and died here, haven't we, Diyar? There's nothing here that gives you any kind of hope or inspiration for the future, is there?
There isn't. But Wilf not being here is going to be the scapegoat situation, which I feel like it's going to miss the bigger point of this. Look. Is that Wilf not be like? That's just us. Seriously. We can't pass. Oh my days. Someone, I think there's a comment here. Let me just try to read more comments. Send them in.
Yeah, go for it.
I've just been very.
Got to do something, haven't we? Because what else can we do? We can't say much.
Yeah. Sean says people get carried away because we won 2 games. We was poor in them as we are now. Barry says quite like picking up their wage packets. IQ says Paris to get relegated. Not this season. I wouldn't say we'll get relegated this season. Chris says you can't play as a team when your plan A is where's Wilf. Exactly. And the thing is, Wilf is, he's on another level when he comes to our place. He's our best player. There's no question about that. But we've still got good players out there. We're talking about Jybro. He started today. We're talking about Eze. He started today. But,
that's the 3rd header that I can't pronounce his name. That's the 3rd header that he's missed. Oh, 50p head.
O says, feel bad for JP.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. Christine said talk manscaping as well. You're probably right. That's probably the best thing to do, isn't it? We haven't talked manscape yet, Diyar, but let's crack on with the comments so we can talk about that in a sec.
Yeah, when we do talk about manscape. Oh,
while you're looking at the comments,
let's crack on with defending Patrick Bamford and.
If Bamford doesn't fall over there, we might not got away with that, but yeah. I mean, look, while you're cracking on with the comments and you flashed up the Manscaped code, manscaped.com, BOTM for 20% off, I'm just going to freshen up with a bit of Manscaped Refined, if you don't mind.
Yeah, go on. Oi, look at you.
Do you know what? Now I smell better. I'm ready for this. Come on, Palace. I can't open the box though. There we go. That's better.
Any other changes you would make at this point? Oh, well, talking about changes.
You see it now. Mishi's coming on, isn't he?
Yeah.
What do you reckon? Who for? JP?
Yeah, it's going to be JP. Yeah, I don't think I's had a bad game. So if he's coming on, it's for JP. Jeez, man. He's just passing about now. Bamford in midfield. We just can't. They're just the better side.
Yeah, well, they are right now. But should they be this much better than us? Really, really, really. I just don't see it really. I mean, when you think back to the previous game and how that went, it's just can't see.
Lucas on the ball. See, Lucas on the
ball. It's a good ball over, but
but what is he gonna do, Hambo? What is he gonna do when he's just by the hip, like when he's there by himself?
No, exactly. People were so slow getting forward. Now the flag comes up. I thought he was off when the ball was played.
Is the flag coming up because Batshuayi is coming on, or is it coming up because JP? Oh, well, yeah, it's the right time. You know, the linesman's getting ready already. Like he's saying, "Yep, I'm ready for this. Put my flag up. Let's see how many times he's offside." Oh.
Jacob, thank you for remembering. I said JP would go off after 65 minutes. To be fair, 64 and 47 seconds it was, so I was quite close. There we go. And Daniel's gone with welcome to Crystal Palace, JP. Get used to it. Yeah, totally.
Leeds play it down, but JP's on. Let's see how high I am Batshuayi do.
Mark's been quite melodramatic with we've just killed JP, but I quite like it.
Well, whilst that injury's happening, if you haven't already done so, make sure to hit the like button and that red subscribe button as well. So next time future episodes. 89 likes so far. That's decent. Let's try.
Thanks everyone, and
100.
And thanks for sticking with us and keeping us amused as well, because it's a hard watch for us, as I'm sure it is for you. Especially when Patrick hasn't joined us. Or Mike. Yeah. Mike said he was going to be free for this, and then he wasn't. So it's just you and me, Diyar, having to suffer.
Yeah, I mean, we've suffered well so far. It's got a bit more suffering to do.
Yeah, exactly. There's only 25 minutes plus injury time of suffering left.
It's some people are saying how, I should have been the one that's going off. What do you make of that?
I understand it in the sense of if you're looking at the players and you're thinking about who's got the quality to do the best possible job, and the fact that Mateta's got that unknown quantity as well and has a bit more to offer physically, I can understand it, and it's kind of how I feel as well. But if I kind of take the kind of emotion out of it, and I look at the fact that Ayew has absolutely worked his socks off, and I know that Roy trusts him, it's not a surprise that Ayew stayed on the pitch. Just got to look at it. It's tough for some. Oh, great move from.
Go on, win the ball.
Oh, jeez. That was it. That was the moment for us to have any chance.
Oh, jeez, Eze. Oh, Batshuayi down the left hand side gives it to. No, he doesn't give it to anyone. He just turns the player, gives it to. Oh, that should have been a goal. No, at least a shot on target. Oh my camera, Hambo. You didn't even tell me I got my camera.
I wasn't looking at you. I was looking at the TV. Otherwise, I would have laughed.
Oh, that should have been a shot on target at least. Come on, Nebs. Come on. It's annoying, man. It's probably our best chance in the second half.
Well, that was it. You think about it, 67 minutes. If we get a goal back then, the complexion of the game changes, get a bit of momentum, maybe a bit of belief, start getting forward, Leeds start getting nervous. But instead, we've missed a really good chance. And, they'll have got away with it. That probably give them a little boost as well that they got away with it. And, yeah, you kind of wonder what might happen next. They're through again here. Down the left-hand side. No, our right.
Yeah. Click. Oh, ball switches it to the left. One.
Yeah. Rafinha close there. Yeah. Guaita picking it up.
A counter-attack. This is where we should be effective. Ty's going forward.
We've got no choice, have we? We've just got to take risks here. If Roy goes down the route of damage limitation against Leeds United, then he might as well retire now. We've got to push and try and get something here.
Yeah, we're already losing 2-0. Like just you can't get any worse.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't get worse, but
I like Alex's comment here. Gyro does this amazing thing with the ball where he passes it to our players and should tell Luca about it. Fair, mate. That's fair. We talk about the podcast in the week. Just Gyro, I think he was the only player in the Premier League who had given the ball away less than 6 times per game in all of his games. It was
nice turn. That's a foul. Cards. Has there been any cards?
Gary Cahill got one.
Yeah. Apart from that, Eze's been fouled hella times today.
Yeah. Did you say hella?
Yeah.
Is that a thing now? You say hella. Is that a South London thing?
Loads of times. No, just loads of times.
Yeah. It's got lots of cards.
Yeah.
It's got hella cards, fam.
Oh!
Hmm.
I just shot out for no reason.
You did. I enjoyed it.
Andros!
Oh, straight to keeper. Another chance. Thank you, Olin. Hella is a Northern California thing. I thought it was that. I don't know where the youth of Thornton Heath have picked it up. That's confusing me. Yeah,
Northern
man.
California. I don't know that.
Mm.
I'd love to be there right now.
I'd love you to be there right now.
I mean, thank you. Oh, yeah, apparently it's America. That's good. Well, I guess
There you
so.
go. Jacob
Is that
says
our
it in
first shot on
Midwest.
target?
No, we had a shot on target in the first half as well. I remember celebrating it.
I think it's all about second half.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Watching Palace can be hella frustrating. I agree, Joe.
Vicente,
good save. Good save. But again, how many could it be? Just got to ask that question sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it fair to say this? I said it before, but is it fair to say this reminds me of the West Ham game a bit? Team against, they just got high intensity, can't cope with them at that level, just look lost, get lucky that we're not losing 7-6-0 because there's been some good saves and some, misses that easily could have gone any other way, that Leeds could have scored. It's just, this is an awful game. Imagine we had Wayne in goal. Yeah,
I mean that's a horrible.
That's a scary thought. Yeah, let's not think about that. I mean, watching this is scary enough. Taiwan Power says that was a good impression of AFTV Hambo hella cards fan. Sebastian says perfect. Even Dean Gordon could save us now. Big Ben coming on, says Darren. Interesting. So Batshuayi and Benteke. Yeah. Belgian duos. Hopefully we get another. Oh, Batshuayi. Oh, nah. Once again,
I mean, there's always a bit of cover there. You got to say Leeds have defended well today, and that's not something I thought I'd be talking about at all.
Yeah, Leeds have defended what? How many goals? How many goals have they conceded this season?
Yeah, I know.
Let me check now. Leeds have conceded 38 goals. We've conceded 39. So we can't really get on to Leeds, Hambo.
No.
All right.
Nearly got done again there, but chance to break away. But again, look at the energy of them getting back.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plays there.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're just hoping for the best. We are hoping for the best at this point. I don't know what we're doing. We're just too far apart from each other. Luke is there. Oh man, days. Give it to Gyro.
But again, look at the masses of space every time we get a ball to the third. There's just a huge space with no Palace players in it. And my Leeds fan friend messaging me there. That's good. Thanks for that, Palace. I'm going to look forward to having to mute that conversation.
Edge's having a mare today, I love him, but he's having it's not his game today. I don't know. It's probably off day, but yeah, he's not in it. No,
but I mean, how much of that is down to what's around him? I don't want to harp on about it too much, but when he's got a Wilf or somebody like that around him, he's got somebody on the wavelength that he can work with. Just doesn't seem like he's got that today. It's right that Gyro's the nearest player to him, but ahead of him, there's no real link up there. So he's having to almost play a frustrated pass every time.
Yeah, I think this is what some people were saying. We don't mind losing to Leeds, but it's the manner that we lose to them. Today you can get annoyed by it, even if you don't have a goal. You can easily get annoyed by it. Look awful defensively. Jordan Ayew is going for his masterclass goals there. Go on, George. Yeah.
He's running, but just overran it, didn't he?
Yeah, but we're not playing as a team. He was there for him to pass. There's no option.
Well, that's happened even in the 2 games that we've won. We've seen it a few times where players have just had to kind of just take the game by the scruff of the neck on their own, and it just stands out. You think, oh, well done. Just there, I was looking at that and thinking, well done, Ayew, showing a bit of intent, running at players. But then you look around and you just think, well, he can only just keep running because what other options are there? Because nobody else is taking that lead. And there's a comment in the chat there from Come Natural says that absolutely no communication. We lack leadership on and off the pitch. And it feels like that. It feels that the communication's not there. I don't know how noisy it would be out on the pitch. We could actually, hear players shouting at each other and directing the play. But who's out there?
Oh, my days.
There's no pointing. There's no play it here. There's no move here. There's no shouting, cover me. And then Luca's going to get a yellow
card
because he had no choice. Just got to make that challenge there. He's angry about the fact that he had to make it.
Well, he's the one that lost it.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. I don't get it though. How has Luca got yellow and Leeds? How many Leeds players are being booked?
Oh yeah, you think the number? You said it. The number of fouls.
Big Ben's on.
It's been ridiculous. Jordan, are you off?
Let's see. Benteke and Batshuayi duo up front. We played all our options today, pretty much. Benteke, Ayew, and JP, and Batshuayi. Roy's giving everyone a chance, which shows how bad we are because chance of that happening normally is very low. But you're just hoping for the best. But I don't know about that though. Jordan Ayew is probably the best player for us so far. You can say that he hasn't been that creative, but
no, again, it's not about quality. It's about effort, and it is weird how often somebody does something like so. He's just gone on that run, showed that intent, got forward. Okay, lost the ball, but showed that bit of intent, and he goes off. And it's probably happened 4 games in a row that somebody. I mean, Gyro got taken off after he set up that chance for Townsend. Townsend got taken off for trying to get involved in the middle of the pitch. I'm sure it's just coincidence, and that change was planned. But it just makes me laugh. How often we take off a player who seems to sort of show the most intent to do something different.
Yeah. So boring watching this. Benteke.
How's he done that? He's on the pitch and he's managed to talk to us on YouTube.
It might be his PR team. Remember when he first joined us? He joined Burnley, not Palace.
No, it wasn't Burnley. It was Burnley because there were too many L's in the world.
Oh yeah, Burnley.
Burnley.
As they pass to Benteke. Oh my days, we're turning to Source FC here. Lovely.
Again, look at that. I don't want to keep pointing it out, but look at that effort from Leeds getting back there. That's the kind of commitment you want to see from Palace.
Oh, he's going to just drop
that little fall, but he's still got it. He's still going. Go on. Okay. Little interception there. Gyro's got it now into Eze. Move for him, Benteke.
Okay.
Go on, Ben. Oh, dear.
Yeah,
it's just not happening, is it?
Can't do anything, man. Can't do anything. 2-0, and it's just way too comfortable. I think that's the thing. After the game, we're going to be talking about it in the fan cams. If you want to join us, send us a message on Twitter, DM us, and we'll have you on. But I think that's the main thing about it. It's not about losing to Leeds. It's just way too easy.
Well, Chris E said it in the chat there, isn't he? He said Leeds want it more than us, and that's the thing that it'll always hurt when you're watching your team lose. If you just think, well, why do they seem to care more than us? Why do they seem to be able to find that extra gear?
They've got an ambitious manager. You look at him. Have you seen what happened in the derby? You know what happened when he sent scouts to Derby training ground? How much of detail he looks into. Now, of course, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10, Roy doesn't. Oh, geez, I know. Roy doesn't do
Close.
that. Oh, my camera's gone again. Yeah, like he's an ambitious manager. He's still young in his career. He's still got a lot to go. With Roy, he's talking about his future. Whenever he talks about it, he just like, well, we'll see what happens. You know, he's not worried. He's not worried, man.
No, I think it's difficult. You can read too much into that. I don't know what else he can say. The bottom line is the club haven't offered him a new deal. Oh, bloody hell. Go on, guy, to get rid of that. Club haven't offered him a new deal. So, you know, the writing would potentially appear to be on the wall there. And he probably knows that, you know. So there is that. And he was talking in the week about the fact that, you know, he does have match analysts and they do gather a huge amount of data on teams. So they do all the stuff that modern football clubs do. But it just comes down to match day. And it comes down to use of a squad and rotation of a team and development of players. That's the only area that, you know, I said this in the week. I don't. It's not. People think that I hate Roy. I think he's useless. I don't. I think he's a really good. In fact, I think he's an excellent manager. If you want a team to be pragmatic and withdrawn and sort of, you know, eke out results, but we've lost that now. We're 4 years into it. The team aren't responding to those methods anymore, and that's the point. And Christine's used the word apathetic in the chat. There does seem to be apathy, you know. It would be really evident if we were at the ground as supporters. You would hear during the game it would be deathly silent because we would be apathetic, other than the anger. And Roy would have been taking a hell of a battering, and it's probably for the best he hasn't done. But you know, we've come off the back of 2 good results, and we've put this before.
Okay, it's back on. We're back to down the right hand side.
But how long
no
is he
one's around him?
Where are they? How long has he had to wait?
What is going on? That's what I'm talking about when we're saying we're not playing as a team. No one's around him. What do you expect him to do? Seriously, it's not the first time this has happened.
No.
Like, we're not playing as a fucking team. How do you expect to go and win when you're not? Oh, jeez, man.
Corner though for Palace. Come on, boys. Let's do this. There's over the corner. Back post. It was on to the head of Gary Cahill, but nothing happening. And now a bit of silence. You're right, Diyar. You had a little bit of a moment there, didn't you?
I've had a moment because I've been holding in. I kept saying the same thing over and over again. But then, like, you look at it, it's 81st minute, and we're still doing the same shit. Like, what do you expect Batshuayi to do in that position? Seriously, what do you expect him to do?
I have no idea.
It's other players as well.
He's picked, look, you know, we all saw it. He picked up the ball in a really good place, ran the channel, and it was probably, 15 seconds, 20 seconds maybe, that he's had to hold the ball, and you're looking across, and there's nobody. He has to wait and wait and wait, and all he can do is play for the corner. You know, Asher said we're playing like it's 0-0, and it does feel like that. You've got to ask, what were the changes about? Bringing Benteke on, look what he's playing now. He's playing in behind Batshuayi. You know, it almost is a 4-2-3-1 with Benteke playing cam, for fuck's sake, you know. So what's that? What's the purpose of that? You know, what was the purpose of changing things up to be less adventurous and try even less hard to get back into the game? It's a really, really odd match. I'm giving it away there. They might as well score.
Oh my days!
Oh,
I'm telling you, if it was another day, just like the West Ham game, this could have been way worse than 2-0. Way worse.
Chris has given praise for Nick's comment, and I agree with Nick where he says the 2 good results weren't necessarily good performances. I completely agree. They weren't. They were professional, but they weren't. We didn't hugely outplay Newcastle. Newcastle were very, very unlucky to lose that game, and the Wolves game, you know, that could easily have gone the other way. It's not. Yeah, we didn't smash 2 teams to this point, and I suppose that answers the earlier question as to why, after 2 wins on the trot, we came out and played like a team that hadn't won in 10 games, you know. But, you know, I hate to say it, almost part of me is almost relieved that this has happened, and we don't get the same excuses, and we don't get the same, you know, you're wrong not to back Roy because he'll always keep you in the league and blah, 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 blah. This is what you get. This is what we're going to get every week until something changes. And we might pick up enough points, but we're not going to enjoy it, are we?
No, it's just seriously. Even Newcastle game, after that 2-1 lead, pretty much sat back. We were just lucky that they couldn't finish it off. But I don't understand. The thing is, I don't understand this logic when you're 2-0 down. Like,
no, it's damage limitation, isn't it? To make the changes we've made, but then it's just like, okay, well, let's try not to concede more goals. And you're like, we're playing Leeds, But this decent move. Get forward, go on. Now we've got bodies up, but look how slow they are to move.
Oh my days! Yeah.
Now you can get
the slowest counter-attacking team ever. Seriously, like, well, I don't understand that we counter-attack in slow motion. It's not going to work. The point of counter-attacking is just hit them on the counter. We let them get into position, then we try to hit them. This whole thing doesn't make sense. Just like me, just sitting in my kitchen watching this. I don't understand it.
Mike's gone with Roy. Roy will say we played well. If he even dares try to say that today, then that's it. What can you possibly say? Tristan is saying, Super Roy parking the bus, losing 2-0. Yeah, and you feel bad for Mateta. I think we all do. We all feel bad for a player who comes in and has to join this at the moment.
Leeds on the board. It's too easy for them.
Somehow we're still 4 minutes away from full time.
Yeah, I don't know as well. But
I'm slightly annoyed that my TV signal came back. It's gone.
Well, get ready for the fan cams after the game. The link is already set, so all you have to do is go on back of the nest and then just go in it. Should be live 15 minutes after final whistle. And if you're enjoying this, hit the like button. We've hit over 100 likes, so really appreciate that. Let's just try get a few more likes in.
And why wouldn't you want to chat with Diyar about the game afterwards? Look at him. Look how happy he is.
Shut up, Hambo.
Yeah, right. Fair. I can't believe it's fine. It took till this game for you to finally just tell me to shut up. I've tried so hard to annoy you week on week, and finally it's happened.
Oh. Roy out, Hambo in. Oh, I don't know if it's a real Leeds fan, but Martin says, hi, Leeds supporter here. Amazed at how uninterested your players are. You are lucky our time finish. Hope you get it right. Got a bit of a soft spot as I live in West Norwood. For a while. Yeah, we just look shit. Oh, and this guy's messaging me.
Oh dear. It's bad that part of me enjoys angry Diyar, isn't it? But there we go. I should probably come on you Spurs at the end there. Okay. All right.
Come on you.
Well, Leeds getting to take Phillips off and chuck a young kid on. That's how hard it's been for them today. Also interesting, young kid on the bench to chuck on. Interesting, that isn't it?
Well, Roy at least was honest with it, but he said that he's not going to put them on, so that's why he's not bringing them up. Barry, I am in the kitchen. If you're just joining now, I am in the kitchen, and the reason why I'm in the kitchen is why not? Why not? Sometimes you just have to change it up.
Yeah, you do. Change is as good as a rest. Here goes Townsend. Great. Won the ball back. He's done all right since he's come on, Townsend. But look at the lack of support. Good ball into the box. Oh. But decent header from Benteke. Just a little bit too hard at the ground. But again, heading it down's the right thing to do. Just didn't quite get fully behind it. But, that bit of intent, that's, you hate to say it because I wasn't too down on the team that started, but Andros had to start, really, didn't he? When you look at he's made a big difference.
Yeah, I thought he would start. He would start.
I really did as well. I thought, he would play up top with Batshuayi, and I thought, Townsend would come in for Zaha in that respect, but didn't happen.
Yeah, Scott Dan's pushing up now. Scott Dan, the goal machine. Comeback
That's it.
season. Nice, Christian.
Jeez.
Ah,
There you go, Paul. Shows what can happen if we put crosses in. Funny, eh? A cross into the box with Benteke on the field ends with an effort on goal. Who would have thought it?
yeah. This
Michael Shepherd, Leeds mate, just messaged me. What the hell have you lot been doing for 8 seasons? It's been interesting. It's been interesting for 8 seasons. I'm not sure what we've been doing for the last 2.
What we've been doing. So we had Alan Pardew, we've had Sam Allardyce, which I loved. We've had Neil Warnock back. We've had Tony Pulis. Who else have we had? Can't remember now. We had more than those.
Well, we started with Holloway.
Oh yeah,
Then Pulis. We've had Allardyce. We've had I don't know. I've lost track of who you mentioned now. Christine's gone with. Go on.
We've never had, apart from Frank de Boer, we haven't had that manager to say, yeah, we've got a plan here. We can go. We haven't had that. We haven't had that in 8 seasons.
Oh, De Boer, dear God, yeah.
20 minutes, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Christine's gone with Diyar's Kitchen Nightmare, which could be the title of this episode. Good stuff there. Nick has reminded me that producer Mikey is watching the game and he has seen us win. Was it 4 points in 31 games? I think something like that.
Yeah.
So he's also responsible for this rubbish. But as the point of that comment is that how the hell is this team a Premier League team when they play like this? And yeah, that's
we just get out of the result.
Fair.
That's what keeps at the job, That's what it is. You just get the results where you don't expect it. Wolves game. Forget the result. We didn't expect the 4-2-3-1. And that lasted 45 minutes. But
yeah, and then Roy comes out afterwards and says, "Oh, it didn't work." What? Yeah. Sorry, mate.
What did you expect it to happen like?
Excuse me.
Gareth says, yet again, no youth on the bench. Yes, there are COVID rules, but some players have been injured for weeks now. Under 23s, so let's have a look. Oh, hang on. We've sent all our top under 23s on loan. Well, Gareth, Roy said it. He said, he didn't even say anything about COVID. Actually, he did say testing, I believe. Let me not lie. He did say they have to get tested. But he basically suggested afterwards that he's not going to bring players who are not going to play. So that's how he sees it.
Yeah, well, which is a hell of a message, isn't it? Not only am I not going to take young players, I'm never going to put them on if I do. What a lovely thing for all the young players at the Crystal Palace Football Club to hear from the manager, who goes and watches them, but will never play them. Nearly conceded again there. Vicente managing to knock the ball clear. Unfortunately for him, another misplaced pass in what's been a poor game by his standards, isn't it, Diyar?
Yeah, poor game by his standards. I mean, who's had a good game?
Oh, yeah, nobody. I will say Gyro has worked extremely hard in there. Doesn't, barely giving the ball away as usual. Done a hell of a lot of running. Never stopped. And, he's impressed me today. But, Mitchell defensively has done a relatively decent job as well. But you can't really pick too many people out. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, it's nearly done.
It is nearly over. Very nearly over. In fact,
try slips and it hits his head.
That is it.
That's done. Palace 0, Leeds 2, and yeah. Look, Hambo. Quickly, let me get your thoughts, and then I'll say mine, and then we'll go for the fan cams.
Yeah, I mean, basically, just sum it up by saying not good enough. Really, the game was almost done in the first few minutes with the the fact we started so poorly and didn't seem to have any way of getting back into the game. And it was such a night and day performance. I think Leeds were obviously a lot better than we last played them, but it was more than that. It was the Palace performance was the thing here. It was so poor, it was so slow and one-paced that we just didn't seem to have any options or any kind of impetus at any point during that match. And even at our best, we still, struggled to create anything meaningful. And, as a display, you have to say that's nowhere near good enough, and not for the first time this season.
Yeah, I personally feel like when you're looking at the side, yes, it was going to be a test without Wilf in the side, but first of all, starting defense. In defense, we just looked old, and the average age of squad just showed there. Gareth Cahill, don't think he had the greatest of games. We just struggled. It's not in him. Just got down as well. It's just awful, poor performance defensively. Ty, Rafinha, I got the best out of him today. I'll have to admit that. And then going and just looking at PVA, he didn't have the greatest of starts. And then just going forward, we couldn't counter-attack properly. Every time we went forward, there'll be one player who's running, and then who's next to him? What is our goal in this counter-attack? We just relied on too much individual brilliance, and that is not a tactical masterclass. You're not. It's going to be very hard for you to win games like this. And remember, this is against a Leeds side who is inconsistent. They do like conceding goals. Yes, they do score lots of goals, but they are not the best team defensively. So
yeah,
it was just poor all around, honestly. And
they got, let's face it, they've got a clean sheet today. Did you? I mean, I might have said 2-0 pre-game, but I'm surprised they got a clean sheet. I'm surprised we didn't push them at all. And once again, Diyar, terrible without Wilfried Zaha. And look, sometimes we're terrible with Wilfried Zaha, but we are so. It shows how reliant we are on that one player who has that magical ability and allows others to play better. And got what we deserved.
Yeah. Well, look, that's it for this watch along. Join us for the fan cams as we'll be talking to Palace fans, getting their thoughts. If you want to jump on, DM us on Twitter and we'll have you on as well. And yeah, thank you for joining us. And until next time, up the Palace.